Belief on the dictum, the total always stays the same. The total always stays the same. The sum total of our karmic deeds remain, without doubt, unchanged in any situation and condition. We get what we give to others, by implication nothing more and nothing less, proving that the sum total stays the same. We can light up several deepuks, wicks with a single wick without affecting the potency of the first wick to light up wicks, and emit light. The total effectiveness of the first wick remains the same. When the single drop of rain starts from its source, it neither knows its target nor the purpose which it will present. Either it falls on the barren earth, thereby enhancing the fertility of land, or in the water bodies, depends on its destiny. When it mixes up with other drops, it forms water bodies, or through rivers taken to the sea, which again turns into rain through a process termed as water cycle. Thus the sum total remains the same. When our offspring falls into a bad company, the task of parents is to show the course so righteous through award or through gentle knuckle, whence the offspring takes right course at right time, but the sum total of all remains the same. We're aware our ego is our weakness index, but some people think to be their superiority complex, the more the egocentric tendency. The lesser the connect with our inner potencies to wipe out every trace of ego from our system till we reach to the detached mindset, our original chaste self, bereft of a feeling of hostility or hate, thus proving sum total remains the same. Then same goes with test of truth. Truth could be tested and attested at any place in time. We know the totality and reality of truth in any event remains the same, no matter the manner in which we endeavor to turn and twist the yardsticks to suit our convenience to prove the truth wrong. The truth shines as 24 crates of gold for good. Nothing can change the truth. The sum total remains the same. Similar is the case with our thoughts. The more refined our thoughts, the more refined are the actions we tend to perform, since there will not be any selfish motive, proving, in all cases, the sum total remains the same. We add 2 plus 2 summing up to 4, or 3 plus 1, or 4 plus 0, or mincing 8 minus 4, or with fraction-based mathematics solution, or using algebraic or arithmetic methods, the result remains the same. You plus or mince, or using in method, or in any way we try summing any way or in any way, the sum total stays the same. The Creator of all creations has been very compassionate, since He takes care of all His creations from childbirth to various stages of growth, ultimately meeting death. And then again recreation, proving the total stays the same. Then when we ingest our food after going through different stages of digestion, which gives us energy for the subsistence of our body in our internal system, if the system functions well, then conversion of energy is smooth. But once our digestive system gets impaired, nothing suits us, even the most nourishing food, proving that total remains the same. If we have all comforts of our existence with the most comfortable beddings, which we can purchase with the resources we do possess, but cannot in any event purchase sleep despite all the comforts available at our disposal, alas, the sum total stays the same. The seed sprouts into an attractive plant. Plant grows into a beautiful tree after it gets natural bounties like water, air and other elements of nature. It gives out beautiful flowers to fruits so plentiful and juicy, with one of the byproducts being seed, which again sprouts, thus completing the whole process, proving the sum total staying the same. The truth of the dictum, the sum total stays the same. Our Creator has created His creations without any bias. All of us are bestowed with the similar bounties of nature, air, water, sun. Without the existence of ours would be impossible. However high he or she may be, cannot survive without these gifts of God. Here power and pelf, status, or big or small, take in the same air, water, and energy. Nobody can survive himself/herself, even for smallest period of time, without these bounties. Food functions similar. We all take in the same food, which gives us energy to sustain, difference being the quality and quantity, but with the same outcome. The food changes into energy, which helps us to perform various functions of our body. The rich person can purchase and eat all that he wants, but his internal system may not help digest the food he eats, which proves that changing the natural arrangement will not pay in any way. No difference in body functions. Normal human beings have the same number of bones, 206, with all the internal organs such as brain, heart, liver, lungs, spleen, with veins, arteries, etc., with similar functions of the body as a unit. We all have the same flesh and blood, of course with different blood group, color of skin may be different, but its function remains the same: protection of the internal organs of the body. If one part of the body malfunctions, the functioning of the body suffers as a whole. proving the sum total remains the same. All the creations meet the same final fate, death. We all know what happens after we die, natural deaths or unnatural ones. The fate of all the creations is same. Our dead bodies are either cremated or buried or electrocuted, but all have to mix in the dust. The almighty or lowly meet the same fate. If we obey and live as per the natural laws, then, nature too is kind to us. Alternatively, if we disturb the balance of nature, then it punishes us in the form of earthquakes, tsunamis, blizzards, etc. You overdo anything, the nature knows how to balance itself. The sum total remains the same. We have to control our thoughts and deeds, so that we do not produce imbalance in any way. Artificial changes or arrangements for our personal gains will not give us any gains ultimately. Following a spiritual-oriented life gives us mental satiety. The person who leads a spiritual-oriented existence will have a total balance in mind. He has a balanced mindset with balanced approach to failures and successes. Nothing disturbs such a person, his equanimity remains same. This goes to show that a person with spiritual conscious mindset always remains on an even keel in will and woes of life. He never tries to change the natural settings. Our hunger and digestive system. People with resources can buy any food item to eat, but it all depends on his hunger and digestive system. Now coming to our sleep, although a rich man can buy comfortable homes, comfortable beds, etc., yet, due to one reason or other, may not get sleep due to his internal body system problems or insomnia. On the other hand, the person who has done hard work will get a sound sleep even on hard bed or on uneven ground. Similar is the case with hunger. A hungry man can digest anything which is given to him. The total result is the same. Resources will have no relevance in case of life and living. A person with vast resources may not have satiety with what he possesses. He wants still more without realizing that when he came to this world, he had not brought anything, and would not be taking anything while he leaves this world. Penniless we came and penniless we shall depart should never be forgotten. Sum total remains the same. If he loses something, he becomes all the more concerned and loses his sleep, including stress-related diseases resulting in loss of health and wellness. Subsequent medication can restore his health and wellness. The total remains the same.